Tonight at Carver Hawkeye Arena between the Northern Illinois Huskies and the New Look Iowa Hawkeyes. As we welcome you courtside, I'm AJ Reister alongside Hayden Hawksmeyer. Hayden, New Look Iowa Hawkeyes, no Caitlin. We go here from Carver Hawkeye Arena to open up the 2024 Big Ten Women's Basketball season. As it is underway here from Carver Hawkeye. Hawkeyes take the ball first.
And an important piece in that lineup, but we're not seeing her in the starting lineup right now, AJ. We talked a lot pregame, played really well the other night. Kylie Feuerbach gets a start for the Hawkeyes.
Kylie Feuerbach with the first bucket and the New Look Iowa Hawkeyes team. And it's Kylie Feuerbach who opens it up with a three. What a way to open up the new era under head coach Jan Jensen.
A new era, an exciting era. Lisa Bluter at the helm for so long. Jan Jansen finally getting her turn. Has probably had a lot of opportunities to go elsewhere and lead a program. Her turn to lead the Hawkeyes.
Ball goes out of bounds. They'll stay on this side of the court. AJ Reister alongside Hayden Hawksmeyer tonight. For the season opener for the Iowa Hawkeyes, Northern Illinois opened up their season last weekend. As this one goes up and over Stonebreaker with the first bucket for the Huskies.
And Stonebreaker's going to be a big name, a big body in the post. The key matchup tonight is her versus Stolke, who can stay out of foul trouble and who can generate some fouls.
That ball goes out of play, and a whistle's blown. They'll stay on this side, and Lucy Olsen will inbound it. Olsen finds Feuerbach, left wing. Feuerbach with a three already to open tonight. Gives it up for Olsen. Back out to Stolke all the way around to Feuerbach. Taylor McCabe, big returner this season as well for the Hawkeyes. Lucy Olsen, the Villanova transfer in the paint, puts up a shot. A whistle's blown. They'll be going the other way.
Yeah, and Olsen just a walk right there, but there's a little taste of what she can do. She's a shot creator. You're not going to see a ton of shots from beyond the arc. We talked to Jan Jansen. She wants to try and, make her uncomfortable, make her shoot some threes from beyond the arc. Taylor McCabe is going to be a key in that aspect for the Hawkeyes, but Lucy Olsen, a shot creator, can do it from all across the wing.
And Taylor McCabe last season really started to show up at the end of this season. It really became a reason why she was so important coming back was because of how she closed out last season.
Yeah, and how she closed out, but Taylor McCabe's always been a shooter ever since high school. Won a high school three-point shooting contest as a senior in high school. Nebraska Miss Basketball. She's been waiting for her opportunity, and we saw glimpses of that last year.
Here's Hannah Stolke, gets her own rebound, picks it up. Here's McCabe. Olsen pops a three. No good off the back iron. Stolke fighting for the rebound. Keeps it in play. Feuerbach finds McCabe. Pulls up. Three-pointer off the mark. O'Grady keeps it in. Good ball movement here from the Hawkeyes as they continue to hold possession.
A lot of hustle there from the 4 and the 5. O'Grady and Stolke making them work down there.
Olsen, tough two, rims out. Tipped into the air, brought down by O'Grady. McCabe, loco three, bingo! Taylor McCabe from way downtown.
And right on cue, AJ, we were talking about her, about the 5th shot on that possession. What a play there for Iowa to keep it alive. That started with O'Grady and Stolke to make that happen for the Hawkeyes.
There are about 3 or 4 balls that should have gone out of play, and somehow the Hawkeyes kept it alive. Tipped away by Stolke. Lucy Olsen to O'Grady in the paint. Puts up a shot, gets it to go, but the foul happened before the shot.
They call that a travel there. O'Grady got a little excited. We get a watch on here. Taylor McCabe from way downtown. Gotta love the confidence from the junior because, missed that shot very badly earlier in the possession. Able to gain that confidence back, drain a very long three.
Just in front of the Tiger Hawk as the Huskies go to work, down 6-4. This one's ripped away by Kylie Feuerbach. She already has a three tonight. Gives it up to Stolke. Not about popping the three. Olsen drives into the paint, gives it up to Feuerbach. She pulls up from three. Back iron, no good. Picked up by the Huskies.
Yeah, and Stolke, you saw her hesitate from beyond the arc. That's not her comfortable shot. We saw her take a couple in the exhibition match, but she likes to be inside in the post, if any way possible.
Doyle's tough too, rims out, rebounded by the Huskies. Another shot goes up, but Stonebreaker can't connect. Olsen in transition, into the paint. Tough two, gets it to go. Lucy Olsen's first official bucket in the black and gold. She had a phenomenal exhibition game against Missouri Western, but her first points in a Hawkeye uniform tonight.
I'm sure that's going to be first of many tonight. and all season long for Lucy Olson. Of course, the expectations high. She's the name everyone's talking about for the black and gold. When you get the number 2 returning NCAA scorer in all of basketball, you got to feel really good about that if you're Jan Jansen. Talking to her in the press conference earlier this week, wish she had her for all 4. It feels like her time's limited with her, but they're going to make the most of it.
Especially with, of course, such a heavy senior class moving on last year for the Hawkeyes. Getting someone a high scorer like that is important. This one's ripped away by Ava Hayden. Another big name freshman that Jan Jansen was able to get. McCabe pops a 3, no good, picks up a rebound. Olson thought about a 3, drives into the paint. Gives it up to Mullaney. All the way around to Feuerbach. Feuerbach, top of the key. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by the Huskies.
And the Hawks already have 9 3-point field goals, not even 4 minutes into this game. So they're feeling really good about beyond the arc. You see the confidence from Feuerbach, McCabe, all around, all these Hawkeyes trying to get points from beyond the arc.
8-4 Hawkeyes with just over 5:40 to go in the first. Lucy Olson can't connect on the 3, goes out of play. It'll be Huskies ball.
And there's the freshman Ava Hayden. We're going to talk about her a lot during this game. Didn't get the start today, but was on the cusp of starting 05. Her and Addie O'Grady been working it out so far in practice. Who's going to be the 5? But Jan Jansen said not to worry. They're combating styles, both pushing each other in practice.
And Hawks, that we talked about in the pregame, this freshman class for the Iowa Hawkeyes is one of the most impressive in recent memory. So many big names coming to Iowa City and landing in Iowa City.
And you got 3 on the floor 5 minutes into the game 1, so that tells you the confidence that Jan Jansen has in these freshmen, Stremlaw, Hayden, and 55 Maglini in there as well. And she was phenomenal in that exhibition match, wasn't she, AJ?
She was. She really stole the headlines from the freshman class as we get a look at that 3 from Parkema out of Story City, Iowa, back in her home state, splashing a 3 to bring the Huskies back within 1. Feuerbach dumps it in, puts up a tough shot, gets her own rebound, taken away by the Huskies. Quickly the other way is Doyle. Puts up a tough shot and gets fouled.
Yeah, and a lot of sloppy basketball so far for both of these teams. A lot of turnovers, 3 for Northern Illinois and 2 for the Hawkeyes. Both teams not keeping it in their hands. We saw Iowa getting a lot of offensive boards on that one possession as well. So no team, I think both these teams need to emphasize, slow it down, try to get some of your offense going. I think both of these teams could benefit from that.
Iowa shooting 27% from the field. Northern Illinois, not as many shots, but shooting 42% from the field so far as Doyle connects on her first. Alicia Doyle, the junior from Carterville, Illinois, misses her second. Here's Feuerbach. Olson goes to work, gives it up to Feuerbach. Back to Olson. Surveying the court. Dumps it down low. Northern Illinois keeps it alive. Will stay on this side. Jan Jansen said earlier this week is trending in the right direction. She was questionable coming into the game tonight, but she is in street clothes, and we will not see her in the season opener. Back to live action here right away into the paint. Bucket's no good from Ava Hayden. Quickly the other way. Carlson into the corner. Down about a 3, and it's a travel.
Yeah, and back to Sida Falter. We weren't sure if we were going to see her today. Jan Jansen said it would be limited minutes, but Jan Jansen said she has to be careful on herself. She wants to see Sid Falter on the floor, but knows it's not in the best interest for both parties right now to risk further injury. So giving her some further time off before you get to Big Ten play if you possibly can.
And I think everyone in this crowd would agree. They want to see Sid Falter when she is 100% healthy because they know what she can do when she is 100% healthy. She was Sixth Player of the Year. She was on that All-Big Ten tournament team last year. She was a force not to be reckoned with.
Well, and I don't think Hawkeye fans appreciate enough is, if when Molly Davis goes down in that game on senior day and you don't have a Sita Folter to step up in the Big Ten tournament and the regional where she was both all-tournament team, you're in a totally different spot. She was phenomenal in that Big Ten tournament and in the NCAA tournament.
This one's ripped away by the Hawkeyes, but taken right back. Huskies pop a three. McCree for three. The redshirt senior from Cedar Rapids, another Husky back in her home state. Olsen into the paint, can't get it to go off the window.
Yeah, and you see Northern Illinois out of this timeout. We see a fast break right here, but good offensive possession to move it around, find an open three. Going to try again right here.
Just off the back iron. How about the Huskies? Up 11-8 on this new look Hawkeye team. Olsen to Feuerbach. Mullaney scored 18 in the exhibition game. Gives it up to Olsen. Back to Stremlau. Pulls up from three. Back iron, no good. Rebounded by Barkema.
That was probably the slowest, most calm, poised possession for the Hawkeyes so far. Really good position, but Kylie Feuerbach a steal on the other end.
Kylie gives it up for Mullaney. Easy two. Tegan Mullaney, her first bucket in the black and gold.
And the first of many. We saw how important she was in that exhibition match last week. She's going to be phenomenal this season.
And that stops a 7-0 run by the Huskies. They have come out firing early against the Hawkeyes. Stonebreaker one-on-one with Hayden into the paint. Tries to put up a shot. Goes out of play.
And the Hawkeyes already with 4 steals so far in this game. Kylie Feuerbach getting in there as well, but everybody getting involved. We see right here, Kylie Feuerbach able to get an assist and a bucket for the Hawkeyes.
We've seen 4 steals already tonight by the Hawkeyes. They've been back picking the Huskies, but it has been Northern Illinois connecting more often than not, up 11-10 here with 2.5 to go. Dumps it into the corner, pulls up from 3, no good, rebounded by McCabe. McCabe dumps it down to O'Grady. Tough bucket for 2, Addie O'Grady. Her first bucket in 2024.
And good vision there by McCabe, able to find an open O'Grady, get it to where she's comfortable at, under the hoop, a good lay in there.
This one stripped by Hannah Stolke, helped out by Taylor McCabe. That's another steal. Stremlau gives it up to O'Grady off the window and good. Addie O'Grady back-to-back buckets and the Hawkeyes retake the lead.
Yeah, and O'Grady there, great positioning to get open. 2 straight possessions from her. Hawks on a 6-0 run.
Blumenfeld gives it up to Doyle. Doyle back out to Stonebreaker. Another travel called on Stonebreaker. And another turnover.
And Stonebreaker is someone who's going to have to get involved. You see how O'Grady's using her positioning. We saw Stonebreaker early in that game get involved, use her position, use her body to get in there. She's going to need to start doing some more of that if NAIU wants to stay in this one.
And she had a huge game to open up the season in their season opener. Put up the last 2 shots in that exciting win for NIU. She also had a big block in the final 29 seconds, which led to that win against the Raging Cajuns.
Yeah, and that was a big win. You know, that was such a close game, and it came down to the wire. It was an exciting one, bright and early to start off the college season for the Huskies.
57-55 was that final score against Louisiana. And boy, they've come out firing here tonight as Addie O'Grady heads to the line. Last season was 50% from the charity stripe.
Definitely a mark that you want to be better. You see how many opportunities she's got inside so far. Teams are going to have to foul. She uses her height. It's going to be, it's a tough habit to foul. So she's going to have to find a way to get that percentage up there. It's going to make Iowa very productive. We saw Hannah Stolke work on that over the years. We've seen her free throw percentage shoot through the roof.
Here's Stonebreaker, top of the key. This one's tipped away by Olsen. And how about this Hawkeye defense? This one, tough too by Nickel. Off the window. Quickly the other way, Lucy Olson. Cross-court pass for McCabe. Thought about a three, gives it up to Feuerbach. Foul on the Hawkeyes.
And you saw right there, McCabe just didn't have the quick pop she wanted there on the corner. Another turnover there for Iowa. Hawkeyes not really able to pull away early in the first quarter.
They've hit 3 of their last 3 field goals, but Northern Illinois just continues to hang in tough, especially on defense. Here's Doyle. Gives it up to McCree. Inside for Stonebreaker. One-on-one with O'Grady. Gets fouled. Stonebreaker will head to the line.
Yeah, and this is where another place for NIU. How do they do at the free throw line? Down 2 in this one. Stonebreaker using her body right here. That's where that foul trouble is going to come in there. Which of these 5 position can hold their ground, stay true to their body, and play tough in that 5 position?
Stonebreaker and All-MAC, 3rd team last year. Had her first double-double last season as well. Can't connect on the second.
Lucy Olson's played this entire first quarter, so I'm interested to see how that works around all season long. Who's going to be that backup point guard? Who can give Lucy Olson a break when she needs it? I'm excited to see if Taylor McCabe can kind of pick that up a little bit. Saw her bring up the court just a couple of times, but that's where those freshmen are going to be huge impacts.
Hawkeyes looking to take the final shot. Olson looking around, finds Milady, pops a long 3. Can't get it to go as the horn sounds. And that is the end of the first quarter. Hawkeyes escape up by 1, but the Huskies, a massive first quarter, but a scary sight here as Hannah Stolke is slow to get up.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see. You're hoping she's able to get up quickly and able to hopefully walk it off soon, hopefully to see her back in this one.
There wasn't a lot of contact when she's been getting in on the scoring action. Stonebreakers 1 for 5 from the field, but everyone's really been getting involved, Hoxie. It's not just one player, it's been everybody.
Yeah, it's been everybody, and everybody for both teams, but like you said, Northern Illinois, a very balanced approach. Stonebreaker, I think, is going to have to find a way to make more of a madness here. We see her on the wing right now, so I think a lot of this is going to have to revolve around here late in the first and in the second half.
And especially without their star in Shelby Coker. We did not get word of why exactly we haven't seen her on the court yet. So that might be something we can look into at halftime, as she was phenomenal in their exhibition game and in their game against Louisiana just earlier this week, but not out here tonight against the Hawks.
Yeah, just a near triple-double for her in her first game back after injury, so NIU fans were really excited to see her back. Hawkeyes turn that one over.
Okay, can't quite connect with Hayden. But you're right. I mean, Shelby Coker is one of the bigger names in the MAC. And she had coming off that phenomenal season 2 years ago. I think a lot of Husky fans were really excited to see her possibly play tonight against one of the premier teams in the Big Ten.
Yeah, for sure. And this is definitely a matchup on your schedule if you're Northern Illinois. You want to make a name for yourself. This is one of your opportunities to do so. And when you're missing your best player, it hurts.
Doyle gets fouled on the 2-point attempt. She'll head to the line. But you got to give credit to the Huskies. Despite Coker not being in the lineup, they have been playing tough, only trailing by 1 here with the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, they're playing tough, really good defense, and both these teams have played a little bit sloppy in that first quarter. We saw a lot of turnovers, but Iowa able to get a lot of offensive boards as well, and NIU they played good defense when Iowa was trying to capitalize on those opportunities. If Iowa maybe, we saw a couple of those, some missed shots. We saw a lot of three-pointers from there, so if you're NIU, you're really happy to be in the position you are right now. 9
turnovers for Northern Illinois, 6 for the Hawkeyes. Neither team has really been able to capitalize off those turnovers, however. Here comes Stremlo quickly the other way. Lucy Olson pops a 3, rims out. A lot of three-point attempts tonight. That's the 10th for the Hawkeyes. They've only connected on 2.
And Olson is going to get a lot of opportunities from beyond the arc. 0 for 3 to start. Not her most comfortable position, but the Hawkeyes not afraid to take a couple shots from beyond the arc.
Quickly the other way. Stremlo off the window and good. Stremlo, her first bucket in the black and gold.
And good work there from Hawkeyes to rotate inside the paint, find the open man. We saw Hawkeyes pass up on a 3 there from Feuerbach. Stremlo doing a really good job there to find the open hawk.
The number 88 overall prospect in that freshman class, signed by head coach Jan Jensen. She gets a steal here. Stremlo the other way. Gets pickpocketed, but a foul.
And Stremlo, she's going to have a lot of opportunities at the point guard position so far. Of course, Sydney Folter, another guard who's injured right now, but with Stremlo in here, she's getting a lot of valuable minutes right there. We saw finding the other freshman, able to get her open and then get the bucket.
Olsen to inbound, hanging on to a 1-point lead here in the second quarter. Stremlo around to Olsen. Dumps it inside for Hayden. Keeps it alive. Feuerbach thought about a three. Gives it up to Stremlo. Into the corner for Olsen. Pops the three. Bingo!
And Lucy Olsen gets her first three-pointer as a Hawkeyes. You saw it move all around the wing right there. That's when I was able to make most of their shots. Pass the ball around. Don't be selfish. We've seen this Hawkeye team show no selfishness so far.
They like to move fast under head coach Lisa Bluter. That doesn't seem to be changing under Jan Jensen. Feuerbach gets the miss. The other way for Olsen. Gives it up to Hayden off the window and good.
She's a point guard too. She can score and she can find the open man as well. Ava Hayden able to flood the paint there and get open. Great pass there from the transfer Olsen.
And her first bucket in the black and gold for Ava Hayden. A lot of firsts tonight for Iowa. Doyle. One-on-one with Feuerbach. Gets it around a Stonebreaker. Ripped away by Stremlo and kept alive. What a play by the freshman. Quickly the other way to Feuerbach for three. You bet.
Great possession there from Iowa. Started with the freshman Stremlo. Across the court, Kylie Feuerbach knocks it down. 7-0 run, 10-0 run for the Hawkeyes.
25-16, Kylie Feuerbach. Her second three of the night. And the Hawkeyes are rolling here.
Yeah, her first chance, and I think, all around college basketball, Jan Jansen can have an opportunity at a lot of different places. So if you're Iowa, you're really happy you get to retain her. Lisa Bluter, you're sad to see her go, but to keep Jan Jansen in the building, that's how you kept all your recruits, to know that a lot of things are going to stay similar. She wants to do things her own way, and she will. We've heard that. She's excited to do so. But the foundation of the Iowa program is going to stay the same.
And she talked about when she first got the job that, yeah, she did think about leaving earlier on, but once she decided to stay after the first few offers, there was no way she was leaving Iowa City. Feuerbach misses the three. Ball on the ground, NIU comes up with it.
And back to that point about Jan Jansen, as quick foul there from Iowa. But go back to that point about Jan Jansen. This is home for her. This is where she wants to be. Started at Drake, played at Drake, coached at Drake, followed Lisa Bluter here. This is home for her. She doesn't want to leave home.
Foul called on Stremlo, but didn't look like there's a whole lot of contact after Doyle went down. Here's Dawkins, first minutes tonight. Ripped away, Ava Hayden. Lucy Olsen. Feuerbach to Stremlo, back to Olsen. That's going to be a foul on Dawkins.
There's a lot of contact there, Dawkins and Hayden. You saw Hayden looking for the foul early, had a little bit of contact with the hold on the arm, finally got the whistle as she checks out now.
A.J. Edgar checks in for the first time tonight. Played in 24 games last year for the Hawkeyes and notched a career best 8 points in the Big Ten tournament against Northwestern. Lucy Olsen for Mulaney. Fadeaway two connects. (27-16) now for the Hawkeyes as they extend their run to 12-0 over the last 3 minutes. This one's tipped away by Olsen.
Good defense there from Olsen to force NIU to have to put up a shifty pass.
Low on the shot clock, puts up a long three, can't connect. Kylie Feuerbach comes down with the rebound. Cross-court pass for Olsen. Olsen puts her to work and connects.
Wow, that was at its finest. You saw able to handle the ball there behind the back dribble and fade away. A great shot there from Olsen. She is a shot creator for sure.
14-0 run for the Hawkeyes over the last 3 minutes and 45 seconds. NIU had kept it tight early, but the Hawkeyes coming alive here in the second quarter. Markima for three. Connects.
NIU needed that to get some momentum and slow down this Hawkeye run, the 14-0 run that they were on, able to silence there.
A.J. Edgar finds an elbow. That's going to be another foul.
And the refs are going to take a look at this one. Look at it. And what we got here is we got an intentional foul on Northern Illinois. Taylor McCabe will shoot these free throws here, and Iowa will take possession back.
So after all the commotion and the conversations, Taylor McCabe connects on both.
Yeah, just called an intentional foul there. We get another look at it right here. Two players going for it, but Iowa comes out on the better end of it. They'll take possession back.
So the run extends to 16-3 over the last 4.5 minutes as Iowa, again, has just come alive here in this second quarter.
Jada Gimphy in there now for Iowa. Another name that, is a Hawkeye fan favorite. She's always loud. She's always on the sideline, always getting going. It's finally her chance on the court.
Was labeled the funniest player on the Hawkeye women's basketball team by her teammates, with conversations with them, always bringing the life and the smiles to the bench as Nickel puts up a tough two.
It's kind of like me at Big Ten Plus, the funny guy.
All right, Hawks, you give yourself too much credit. McCabe around to Olsen. Edgar in the paint, back out to Gimphy. Gimphy thought about it. Olsen double team. Kylie Feuerbach for three.
Love that confidence there from Feuerbach. Her third three of this game. And she loves getting these extra minutes now, finally getting to show what she can do. Missed 2 seasons ago to injury, and last year was an important piece for Iowa, slowly getting more minutes now for Jan Jansen.
They did a career-high 4 threes against Minnesota last year. She has 3 already tonight and is leading the offense with 9 points. (34-21) as she inbounds it to Olsen. Just over 3 minutes to go in the half. Feuerbach into the paint, puts up a tough shot but can't connect. Feuerbach with a steal and a bucket.
She's doing it all tonight. We've seen steals, we've seen three-point baskets. Kylie Feuerbach, what a way to start the season.
And we've seen so many steals tonight from both sides, as that was Iowa's 7th as a team. Stonebreaker gives it up to Doyle, and Feuerbach another steal. In the paint goes Gimphy, tough two.
You love that from Gimphy. The confidence, gets it right away, goes to her left, no backing down whatsoever. Tough two there from Jada Gimphy.
Points off turnovers for the Hawkeyes. They now lead that stat 14-6. They have really been capitalizing on these turnovers. Long two for McCree. She connects. Her second three-pointer of the night. McCabe to answer.
Boom! Taylor McCabe, this is what she wants, finding open threes. That's how Iowa's going to be able, in those close games when you need a three-pointer, she's going to be someone they look for her on the wings all season long in Big Ten play.
She was a three-point machine in the Big Ten tournament last year. They're looking for her to do that again this season as a full-time starter. Doyle gets fouled. She'll head to the line for 2.
And Taylor McCabe, it was tough for her first 2 seasons, especially her freshman year, to get in there because she was very situational. You needed her when you needed a 3, but she wasn't able to work through those growing pains that you need to in that first year of college basketball. So now's her time. Now's her time to really get those minutes.
Keegan Mullaney checks in for the Hawkeyes after the foul on Doyle, sends her to the line. Feuerbach was called for the foul. And that's her second of the night. Doyle hits them both. Lexi Carlson checks in for the Huskies.
Much better second quarter here for Iowa. They're playing a lot slower. They're making their threes. You know, we saw in that first quarter they shot a lot of threes, but there were a lot of misses there, so a lot of right of the basket. Now here they're slowing it down, playing their own basketball, but we've seen all game long the hustle, the steals, the great defensive effort. Another good effort there.
Mullaney through the traffic. Puts it off the window for 2 more. Iowa has hit on 4 of their last 4 field goals. NIU keeps it alive. 3 for Barkema. Connects. That's her 3rd tonight.
And the Iowa native making it known back in her home state. Good possession there from NIU. Good passing around.
Lucy Olson, nasty too.
But she bounces it back. Iowa has always found the answer here in the second quarter.
She's now up to 9 points tonight. Here's a corner 3 as Carlson answers. NIU has really been taking advantage of those open threes. That's their 6th tonight. As Lucy Olson will try to take this clock down as far as she can. NIU will have 1 more possession after this shot. Olson gets the screen, gives it back to Mullaney. Top of the key, no good.
That's not the shot you want if you're Iowa. You saw just a little bit rush there, looking for a little bit more openness, but we saw the contact there from Mullaney and the defender. Iowa going to have a good defensive stop and try to roll some momentum going into half.
And Teague can absolutely hit the 3. She hit 4 of them in their exhibition game, just a little short there. NIU looking to have the final possession into the paint. Dumps it back out, but she will go out of bounds with 3 seconds left. That'll be on Ava Hayden, the foul. So we'll send Blumenfeld to the line. With 3.2. Hits the first.
Yeah, very balanced here from NIU. We've seen a lot. Barkema have been very good for NIU to keep them in this one, but just a couple off your hands. You wish this one just a little bit closer, some missed possession, but Iowa's always had the answer so far. Quick timeout here. They want to roll a good possession out here.
We'll keep it right here as a
point guard. And the effort from these freshmen has been phenomenal so far.
It'll be Jada Chimphy to inbound it. Teagan Mullaney, the lone freshman, still out onto the court after the quick timeout from Iowa. 3.2 on the clock. Looking for one last shot. Edeker gives it up to Olson. 1 second left. Puts up a shot. No good. Good look for Lucy Olson, but Iowa up 45-34 at the half.
Back on the floor for the black and gold, so didn't see her in that second quarter at all, but a huge sigh of relief for Hawkeye fans.
Yeah, we saw her going down with what looked like a non-contact injury. She was down for the rest of the half, but she's back out here for the second half. As we take a look at the points off turnovers, Iowa really leading in that statistical category. In large thanks to Kylie Feuerbach. Lucy Olson quickly into the paint for a quick 2.
Defensive fall apart there for the Huskies. Just not everyone on the same page. Lucy Olson takes advantage.
Here is Doyle. 7 points tonight. 5 of them have been from the charity stripe. Doyle top of the key, pops a 3, misses left. gets her own rebound and gets it to go off the glass.
Really good effort there for Doyle, able to get the opportunity to re-attack for the Huskies.
And those are those second chance points that NIU was struggling to find, like Sydney talked about at half. Lucy Olson follows it up with a two-pointer of her own, back-to-back buckets for number 33. Doyle left wing one-on-one with Feuerbach. Gives it up to Blumfeld. Ripped away by Feuerbach. Lucy Olson to Stolke. Into the corner for McCabe. Pulls up from three. Can't get it to go. Stolke collects the rebound. O'Grady down there. Out of play, and it's going the other way.
And although O'Grady couldn't handle it right there, you see the benefit of having two significant big men on the floor for the Hawkeyes. O'Grady and Stolke able to get boards and a lot of second chance opportunities for the Hawkeyes.
Hannah Stolke was playing the five quite a bit last season because of the depth of this team and almost a little bit of the lack of depth at the five position, but this year with Ava Hayden coming in as a freshman, Hannah's been able to move to that four spot where she's a little more comfortable.
Yeah, a little bit more comfortable, but she's going to get rebounds regardless. She's going to give these Hawkeyes more opportunities.
Taylor McCabe can't connect, and it goes out of play.
It allows Iowa to play just a little bit bigger now. You don't have Kate Martin, you don't have Gabby Marshall, you don't have Caitlin Clark as well. So missing those guards, those front court, you kind of change it up a little bit. And Jan Jensen, a big, five spot. She was the coach of Megan Gustafson, Monica Sinano, so she loves that opportunity for these Iowa five spots.
Considered the whisperer at the five spot here in Iowa City. As Doyle pops it to, can't get it to go. Hannah Stolke with the rebound.
Well, the Whisperer's got to like the depth she has at that position.
Feuerbach misses the three. Olsen with the rebound. Olsen, fadeaway, two, connects.
This is not a spot on the floor where she doesn't feel comfortable. Wherever she gets the ball, she somehow has some sort of shot to combat with. No answer from the Husky defense.
Into the paint. Go the Huskies. Ripped away. McCabe hits the court, fighting for it. And we'll have a jump ball. Possession arrow toward the Huskies, so we'll stay on this side of the court as Taylor McCabe checks out for Stremlow. We get another look at it. It was O'Grady who originally poked it away. McCabe went down for it along with Stonebreaker. This one's tipped away by Feuerbach. Another steal for Kylie. Olsen all alone. Thought about a three. Dumps it down to O'Grady off the window. Addie O'Grady picks up her 7th point.
And that was Kylie Feuerbach's 6th steal of the day. A new career high from her. And I think she's loving these minutes. And, we talked about how important Sid Fulter is in this lineup for Iowa. But Kylie Feuerbach's doing a lot of things that Sid Fulter does. Getting those steals, playing that hustle ball. But all around the court today, Iowa on the floor, getting a ton of steals, a lot of second chance opportunities. You love to see this in this new look Hawkeye team.
And just think about how scary this team could be when Sydney Fulter gets back. We've seen the points primarily from Olsen and Feuerbach, but Sydney Fulter is another scorer for the Hawkeyes, but can also play some pretty solid defense alongside Feuerbach and O'Grady.
Yeah, for sure. In this Hawkeye team, it's going to be depth. Aaliyah Guyton is going to be another name, the 58th overall prospect last year. So a name they're looking to get back. Of course, you want to get her reps in here, but like Jan Jensen said, slowing down, you don't want to put too much stress on an injury like that.
Stolke gets fouled and hits the court again. This time she pops up right away. Still looking for her first points of the 2024 season. And she'll get a chance here at the charity stripe.
And this is a big key area for Hannah Stolke. We saw her improve just a little bit last year. 46%, 63 last year, so a huge jump there, 70 in that first game. So that's a huge number for the Hawkeyes to keep a look at.
Connects on the first. And last year there were a few extra pops when Hannah would hit a free throw just because the fans knew that she had been struggling from that spot on the court the year before. But tonight she hits both to open up the season and her first 2 points for 2024.
And credit to coaching staff and her to, keep emphasizing how important those free throws are. It's just going to make her game better, get some more points on the board for her.
Stonebreaker one-on-one with O'Grady wins that battle. She is going to be a problem in the MAC. Was on third team, all-conference third team last season. As O'Grady can't connect on the layup, gets her own rebound and fouled. Maddie O'Grady headed back to the line. And that's Stonebreaker's third foul.
And what a good second chance effort off the tip, just able to stay strong with it. Don't let any contact get in her way. And one opportunity for O'Grady.
McCabe checks back in for Feuerbach. Mulaney looks like she'll be checking in at the next opportunity for Iowa.
Lucy Olson has not taken a seat yet this game. And, you want to see her on the court, but Iowa's going to have to find a way to give her some breathers, especially, when you play those fast-paced teams, you need that depth. We're seeing a lot of that depth right now, but Jan Jensen right now just doesn't have total faith in someone right now to lead that full point guard when she's not on the court. So it'll be interesting to see, throughout the season if they're able to kind of rest her up, someone they can really rely on to run that second-team offense.
Deacon Mulaney checks in as anticipated. Out of the foul. Taylor McCabe, top of the key, connects. Taylor McCabe have a night, her third three-pointer.
She's not someone you want to leave open in any sort of capacity. Doesn't need a whole lot of space to drain a three.
Neither is McCree, her third three-pointer. Hannah Stolke trying to get behind the defense, but just too much on that pass. And we've seen that one before.
And Stolke's someone who can catch up to that a lot, so look for that a lot. Playing that four position, she has a ton of athleticism we've seen early in her Hawkeye career.
We saw her the last couple of years make those types of plays, except it was Caitlin Clark delivering the passes. Into the corner, blocked by Stremlo. She came flying into the corner. That's going to be a whistle against NIU. What a play by Stremlo.
And that's what we've seen all night long, the hustle, the defensive effort she brings. That's why she's earning those minutes so far in this one.
Hawkeyes have hit 4 of their last 5 field goals. Olsen into the paint, double team, looking around, finds Mulaney, top of the key. Rims out. Stolke kicks it back out to Mulaney, driving into the paint, puts up a shot, can't get it to go, but is fouled.
Good confidence there from Mulaney to drive there. Didn't like the first shot she took, able to find a different opportunity there. But that started with Olsen right there. You see her drive inside. That collapses that defense and finds an open three. And the Hawkeyes have a lot of people on the perimeter that can knock down a three-pointer.
Tika Mulaney, despite being at the 5 spot here in this rotation right now on the court, she has proven that she can hit the three. In that exhibition game against Missouri Western, she went 4 for 9 from beyond the arc.
Not afraid to shoot it whatsoever. And you love to see that confidence in a freshman. Sometimes in those first couple minutes, you're trying to find, a senior leader to get the open shot. But when you have that confidence early, Jan Jensen loves that.
The versatility from everyone on this team is something to keep an eye on. Pops it too. Delivers as Blumenfeld picks up her 4th point and her first field goal of the night. 61-45 with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Taylor McCabe. Olsen into the paint. Pops it too. Can't get it. Into the corner for Doyle. Bounce pass inside. Whistle.
Stolke not happy about that one. Frustrated with herself there, but take us to the timeout now.
61-45 as NIU. A head coach here for the Huskies, but she has preached academics off the court. 9 academic All-MAC selections in her tenure.
And you love when a coach can do that, manage the balance between classroom and on the court. She's been able to do so and made so much of a difference here in the MAC. So Northern Illinois, a team that's always in the running there in the MAC.
Hannah Stolke hits her first field goal of 2024. And you're absolutely right, Hoxie, when a head coach like Carlson, and she makes a nice play there. Nice catch by head coach Lisa Carlson. She can ball out too, I guess. But when you have a head coach that is also focused on off-the-court things with her athletes and making sure they are ready for after college, because the truth is a lot of collegiate athletes, most collegiate athletes probably won't even get the chance to sniff the big leagues, so having them prepared for after college is a massive thing in college athletics.
And it's very similar on the Hawkeye side. Jan Jensen, just such a leader and such a role model in your life. She wants you to be successful. Every single person that steps foot in that Hawkeye locker room, I think, has good things to say about Jan Jensen.
Lucy Olson connects. Hawkeyes now lead by 20 with 3:45 to go in the third quarter. Olson up to 17 points in her Carver Hawkeye debut. Olson with the steal. Feuerbach the other way. Gives it up to Olson into the paint. Mullaney, tough two.
Physical two there. You see the confidence again, not straying away from that. A lot of freshmen sometimes maybe try to find open there, but takes the contact, pushes through, gets the easy bucket.
Doyle all the way to Barkema. Back to Doyle. Pulls up from 3. Can't connect. Ripped down by Blaisher. Back into the paint. Pops a 2. There's Blumenfeld. Her second field goal tonight. She's up to 6. Olson cross-court pass. Stremlo for 3. Off the back iron. This one's nearly stolen by Olson. Tough collision right in front of us between Carlson and Olson, but both seem okay.
And you see the jump there from Olson. That's what this Hawkeye team has done all night, eager for those steals. Olson just a little bit too late there, draws the foul. She gets her first break of the night right here, so it'll be interesting to see what this offense looks like without her. A lot of guards on the floor. It'll be interesting to see who kind of takes control and who can run that number 2 offense with Olson off the floor.
And a lot of freshmen on the floor as well, Hoxie, if that tells you anything about what this lineup might look like when Lucy Olson is on the bench. Can't connect on the layup, ripped away by Stremlo. Stremlo bounce pass to Feuerbach, back to Mullaney, off the window.
And what a possession there from the Hawkeyes. No selfishness. A great pass there inside. Wow. And able to get the 2. That was fun to watch.
Great vision from Stremlo and Feuerbach, and that is, again, without Lucy Olson on the court for the first time tonight.
And yeah, they worked so well together, and having this many freshmen on the court, they get close. There's a lot of camaraderie that happens. We get a good look. Stremlo to Feuerbach. All the way to the finish. Mullaney doing it once again.
4 different Hawkeyes in double digits. Here's McCabe. She has 11. All the way around to Mullaney. Pops a 3. Bingo!
In there at the 4 right now, but not afraid to take a shot on the wing. Doesn't need a whole lot of space. You saw it right there. Tegan Mullaney knocks down another 3.
The freshman up to 14 points tonight. McCree gets it stripped, gets it right back. McCree back to the top of the key. She connects. Stonebreaker. Her first 3 tonight.
And she's not afraid to pop one from beyond the arc. We talked about she was going to have to be an important piece. Doing so late here in the third.
Taylor McCabe gives it up to Mullaney. She's going to pop another one off the front iron. The other way for Nickel. McCree gets blocked by Stremlo behind the defense. Feuerbach gives it up to her. Cross-court pass for McCabe in the corner. Too strong. Rebounded by NIU. Nearly taken away again by the Hawkeyes. Instead, they get it back out to Stonebreaker. Too much juice on that shot.
And Stremlo's vision is phenomenal. You see her all the way across the court. We saw her poke that one away all the way across court, gets it, and then finds McCabe. She's ready to go all time. She knows where the ball is. She knows where all 4 of her teammates are at. That's what's been most impressive about this freshman.
4 seconds separate game clock from shot clock. Stremlo dribbling this one all the way down. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Stremlo into the paint, double team, gets it, stripped away. NIU looking for the final possession. Here's Stonebreaker all alone. Gets the layup to go, and that is how the third quarter ends. But Iowa leads it 72-50, 27-point quarter for the Hawkeyes.
Hey, we talked about that 3-headed monster that NIU has, but Kylie Feuerbach, she's been phenomenal today. You see 6 steals, 7 rebounds, and in double figures as well. All across the board, Kylie's been today.
3 for 7 from beyond the arc. She is going to be a key part of this Hawkeye team if they want to try to make it back to the NCAA tournament and possibly the Big Ten tournament championship game like they have been the last 3 years. Hannah Stolke back into the game, into the paint, off the window and good. Count it, she says. This one's ripped away, guess by who? Feuerbach, but she gets hit hard in the collision with number 23, that's Barkema.
She's got a nose for the ball. We've seen it all day long, just that extra instinct she has to go in there and get that steal we see right there.
And Kylie's just been flying all over the court. She's up to 4 fouls now after that, but she's been just everywhere. The steals, the rebounds, the 3-pointers, as there's a tough bucket by Stonebreaker. Olsen leading the charge the other way. Dumps it inside to Stolke. She connects once again. Another one of the returners from the last couple of seasons in those historic 2 years with Caitlin Clark. Hannah Stolke's a big reason why they've had so much success, as another foul and 2 more bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, and Hannah Stolke is a name that, ever since she was around Iowa City, people have known. Cedar Rapids native in her freshman year, she made an impact right away. Everyone loved the hustle, the rebound she got last year, getting that starting nod, and just Hawkeye fans have been so supportive of her over the past couple seasons.
Was named to the second team All Big Ten, and last year in this arena had a 47-point performance against Penn State, the second most points scored at Carver Hawkeye Arena. At the time, it was the most, but very shortly after that, Caitlin Clark came in and broke that record.
I was going through my notes, and it brought me back. We talked about that game that Hannah Stolke had, all the free throws she had, but Caitlin Clark had to make her name once again known here at Carver Hawkeye.
Lucy Olsen can't connect on the 3. I mean, we could talk all day about Caitlin Clark and the impact she's had. They're going to retire her jersey at some point this season. They've already hung 2 banners from their Final 4 runs. They hung another one tonight from last year's, as here's a travel on Barkema. But, I mean, we could talk all day about the impact Caitlin Clark has had on Iowa, the game of women's basketball. Of course, got the Indiana Fever back to the playoffs this season. But the Iowa fans already have turned the page into this season. They know that without Lisa Bluder and Caitlin Clark, the team's going to look different. But once again, they've sold out the entire season in a phenomenal crowd today in the season opener.
It's a new chapter for Iowa women's basketball, and I think everyone's excited about it, both of us included. But the thing that's going to look different is Jan Jensen. Everyone knows her. Go Iowa, her Twitter handle. Everyone loves the things that she brings here. She's able to keep the recruits. You see the crowd that everyone brought back. This wasn't just a Caitlin Clark thing. This was an Iowa thing, and I love to see it stay, and it should be a good season for the Hawkeyes.
Doyle connects from 3. She's up to 14 points on the night. That's her first field goal from beyond the arc. As here's Addie O'Grady. She can't connect with Hannah Stolke. But you're right. That was one of the biggest debates around Iowa women's basketball is will the fans continue to come out and show up for a team without Caitlin Clark? And they proved the doubters wrong. They sold out.
Yeah, they did, and, we talk about, everyone was talking Caitlin Clark, is this Iowa team. Iowa comes unranked into this season. A lot of what-ifs on this Iowa basketball team, but, they're showing tonight. They still got some firepower.
They're going to take a look at this play. Hannah Stolke passed it down to Addie O'Grady. But I think they made the right call, and it was off of Addie O'Grady. A couple of quick changes for the Hawkeyes. Feuerbach and Stremlow check back in. Seven and a half to go in the ball game. Doyle gets the screen. Quickly double teamed. Barkema on the Hawkeye logo. Gives it up to McCree. Corner three. Connects.
And what a tough three there. Fading away from that. Wasn't sure she's going to be able to get it off. A great shot there to put another three on the board for the Huskies.
She's hit 4 3-pointers tonight and passes her performance from last game where she had 7 points and 3 rebounds. She struggled from that game, going 1 for 7 from 3, as Feuerbach answers with a 3 of her own. Kylie Feuerbach, her 4th 3-pointer of the night.
And she's been on fire, trying to earn all these minutes possible. Hawkeye fans love to see a healthy Kylie Feuerbach because this is what she brings to the table.
Here's Nickel. Puts up a tough 2 over Feuerbach. Timeout on the floor as the Hawkeyes lead 81-63 with 6.5 to go in the ball game. We'll step aside.
You love to see the hustle there from the Huskies.
Feuerbach inbounds it to Olsen as we get back to live action here at Carver Hawkeye Arena. AJ Reister alongside Hayden Hawksmeyer for the Hawkeye season opener. NIU came into the game after their 57-55 win over Louisiana earlier this week. An exciting one at that to open up their season. They'll head back home after tonight and battle the St. Thomas Tommies for their 3rd game of the season.
Yeah, and Iowa on Sunday, a big game versus Virginia Tech. Of course, a year ago, another good game versus them. So Iowa's a really good test to start off the season.
Here's a 3-pointer for the Huskies. Connects.
This game feels a lot more out of play right now. This is the Huskies' 11th 3-pointer. They are knocking them down so far, keeping up pace with the Hawkeyes.
That one from Blotcher. Here's Stremlow over to Stolke. Thought about a 3, but we'll give it up to Olsen. NIU not going away quietly despite the lead by the Hawkeyes. O'Grady goes up and is fouled. 3-point play possibility here for Addie O'Grady, who already has 9 points tonight.
Yeah, and she's been so good inside the paint. They're able to go through with the contact, and another and one opportunity for her.
After the bucket, up to 11. Looking for 3 the old-fashioned way. Ava Hayden checks back in for Addison O'Grady.
It's been interesting, that 5 battle position we talked about, the Hawkeyes. Ava Hayden, there was a lot of hype around her maybe becoming the starter at the season, but Jan Jensen, she's talked about it so far, and they're battling out. They keep them both competent, but they want them to play free. They're different styles, but they don't want them to put too much focus on who's starting the game. They said, however the gameplay is going, you could be playing more than the starter, so just looking at it as to not be discouraged if you're not the starter. You're going to get a lot of minutes regardless.
And last year that was a conversation with head coach Lisa Bluter, was that 5 position. It was Hannah Stolke for most of the year. Then it was a battle with Addie O'Grady getting in there a lot as well. And that was a big concern in the offseason, was who will Iowa go out and get to try and fill that 5 spot with Hannah being more comfortable at the 4. They got Ava Hayden as she pulls up from 2, can't connect. And like you said, now they have a little bit of depth at that position with Hayden and O'Grady.
And I think Jan Jensen wants to play positionless basketball as best as you can. If you don't have to look at who's playing 1 through 5, you got your best players on the floor. They play well with each other, and a lot of players can play a lot of different positions. We see Taylor Stremlow. She's going to have to play a little. Kyler Feuerbach, another almost steal there, trying to get in all the action she can. But yeah, like you said, Huskies, they've kept it close. This team, if they're able to shoot the ball like they did tonight, they're going to be a real contender here in the MAC.
Sydney McCree, another one of those Iowa natives from Cedar Rapids. Led the team in three-pointers and three-point percentage a year ago as Ava Hayden goes up for the layup. Gets the screen from Barkema Blotcher. Gives it up to Stonebreaker. Around to McCree. McCree step back three. Off the mark. Will stay on this side off of Ava Hayden.
Yeah, not able to get clean possession of that one. A little bit too strong. She'll check out now.
Looking ahead on the Big Ten Plus schedule, Iowa men's basketball team will be back in action tomorrow for their second game of the season against Southern. Hoxie will be on the call tomorrow with Jeff Settles.
Very excited. Should be a fun one, always a good one to hang out with Jess and call a game with him.
Right back here in Carver Hawkeye tomorrow. Barkema running out of time. McCree passes it again, gives up to Blotcher, connects. Shannon Blotcher with a second left on the shot clock, able to put up a bucket. Brings it back within 16.
Yeah, in this game it feels a lot more close, and I don't know, NIU, it seems like this game was open, but they've able to keep it close with threes. Hawkeyes haven't really been able to explore different options, getting that depth in there, having to keep starters in, and NIU, what a fight today without their best player.
Hannah Stolke called for the charge. And you're right. Got to give credit to NIU. No Shelby Coker, and that's who we highlighted in the pregame, but not in the lineup tonight. She almost had that triple-double earlier this week against Louisiana in that 57-55 win, but we saw that she wasn't in the starting lineup. Hopefully she's doing okay.
They're able to outshoot the Hawkeyes from beyond the arc. Of course, Caitlin Clark-Donald gone. NIU shooting 11 to 24 from three. Iowa just 9 of 28. So if you're able to do that all year long, you're going to do pretty well in the action.
Logo three off the back iron. Fierbach comes away with it. Bubba Solberger into the game for NIU, her first minutes tonight. Hannah Stolke gets hit hard, but connects on the layup.
She took a blow to the face there. She's a little shaken up. I'm not even sure she realized she made it right there. She took one right there, able to go through the contact.
Took an elbow to the face from Dawkins. She already has a technical tonight. And Callie Levine will check in for the first time tonight and get her first minutes in the black and gold.
It's another big freshman recruit we talked about. One we haven't gotten to talk about a whole lot, but here in the state of Iowa was the top recruit, Miss Basketball, from just down the street, Solon, Iowa. So a lot of Solon natives checking in on this one right now as Hannah Stolke will check out. A phenomenal effort from her today. McCabe will step back in.
And Hannah's got roughed up a little bit tonight. Of course, in the first half went down, and we didn't see her for very much, and a couple of elbows here in the second half as well, but she finishes most likely her night with 11 points, 6 rebounds, and a couple of assists as well. Solberger in the corner. Pass too high for Dawkins.
And we've learned a lot about this Hawkeye team tonight. The freshmen, they're going to be so important on how far this team goes. Excited to watch them grow as this season grows.
Jada Gyamfi back into the game for the Hawkeyes, directing traffic. Gives it up to Levine. Travel called on number 32.
Jan Jensen right now telling her to slow down, a little excited to get her first official points in a Hawkeye uniform.
Nearly 2,000 career points in high school, and like you said, was 2024 Miss Iowa Basketball. Was the 2024 USA Today Iowa Basketball Player of the Year. Blotcher gives it up to Solberger. Fay over to Carlson. This one's tipped by Levine, and she keeps it.
Love to see that from the freshman in her first official Hawkeye minutes. Great effort play there.
McCabe to the corner for three. No good. Quickly the other way goes NIU. Lotcher into the paint. Dumps it out for Carlson. Connects on three.
Gotta be really happy if you're this Huskies team of how you've battled tonight. Haven't given up. You've seen a lot of depth, and that's going to be good. When you get your best player back, and Shelby Coker, you're going to feel really good with how this team performed against a really tough Iowa team.
Another foul, 6, the Huskies from three, 46.2%. They have been phenomenal from beyond the arc tonight, out shooting the Hawkeyes in that category. Here's Edgar in the paint, spins around, off the window, and good. A.J. Edgar gets her first bucket.
Yeah, good move there. You see her go to her right, able to switch to her left, go up and under, and get her bucket of the game.
Dumped all the way back out for Carlson. One-on-one with Stremlow. Into the paint, nearly kicked away. Stremlow dives for it, gives it up to Gyamfi. 20 seconds left on the clock. Shot clock is turned off. And Stremlow will dribble this thing out.
And what a win here for the Hawkeyes. A really well-balanced win. Jan Jensen's first win as a Hawkeye.
91-73, the final. And the Iowa women's basketball team kicks off the 2024 season with a victory.